Okay, so I pulled the leaves and the old bedding off of the bed, took the net down, and Anna's trying to help me very hard to turn the soil, which I'm about to do, and add the compost. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dig up the soil, put it off to the side, and put the compost in and mix it together. Which I will show you once I get the hole dug. Because nobody wants to see me dig a hole, right? So I'll be back.
Mommy!
Okay, so while I'm digging the hole, I just wanted to show you how rocky the soil is. All these little balls are rocks everywhere you look.
Mommy!
I even pulled out those guys this time. And all the flagstones around here, as you saw in my last videos, they're covered up right now. But I also pulled out a potato from last year. Yep, one that I missed. So once I'm done digging the hole, maybe 6 inches deep for the length of the garden, I will be back putting the compost in, and then we will plant our seeds. I'm now going to fill in this half of the garden with some compost and mix the soil in. I am going to fill this half a hole up, and then Ember and I are going to plant seeds. The half a garden is going to be for the carrots and other root crops, as I dug down because of the rocks to loosen the soil up so they have enough space to grow. So I'm just taking the compost with my hands and throwing handfuls in.
Ready?
Now this is some beautiful stuff. I'm taking the roots out as I put the dirt back and trying to take out as much of the rocks as possible. So I put a little bit of compost in, I put a little bit of soil back, and then I'm going to put more compost in. Now the compost is organic matter that helps to loosen up the soil as well as feed it. It's a very clay-rich soil, so this compost helps with the water as well. Now, just getting the soil back, and then I'm going to put a nice layer of compost on top with the seeds. So, there we go. Snip the roots. Use the shovel to get the dirt back in. Okay, nice layer of compost across the garden. And we will be all set to turn the soil and plant the seeds. Okay, so nice quick turn of the soil, which is, and you're all set to start planting.
There's a regular shovel over there.
Yeah. Okay, there's my row of garlic. This is just a row of garlic that's been growing since last year. The reason why I didn't really turn the soil over here, just put the compost on top. But we're going to start planting seeds in here. And I'm going to hand you over to Ember once she gets the seeds out of the car. But I used about half of the compost. Okay, so we've got red onions, Texas sweet onions. We got our rainbow carrots. We've got beets.
And I can hardly see anything.
Spinach.
I'm trying to find where we are. Okay, there we are.
What's in here? Sunflower.
Mommy.
We've got, I'm looking. Those are my sunflowers. We've got some leafy greens, which is a mixture of lettuces and radishes. We've got radishes. We got more carrots, parsnips. We've got a whole bunch of stuff, turnips. So we're gonna start with the onions.
Onions, I don't really like onions unless if they're in soups, right, Mommy?
Yes, unless they're in soups. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is using my shovel, I'm gonna dig a little trollop.
And this is a new camera, so sorry.
And I'm gonna take the red onions first, because they're my favorite.
Yeah, Mommy likes red onions.
And Daddy likes yellow.
And I like none.
I'm gonna open them up, put some in my hands. You wanna see the seeds? Just little black dots.
Wait, no, can you do that again? I missed it. Yeah,
Okay.
it blurs. There, you see it.
Nothing fancy. I'm gonna take them and I'm just gonna trollop them. Okay, so apparently the lens cover got closed, but all I do is I sprinkle the seeds into the soil. Now, once I sprinkle them, onto the soil, I then go and just gently cover up them. You don't want to put them too deep. So now I'm gonna make a second row a few inches apart. I'm not expecting these to get enormous. And I'm gonna do the same thing with the Texas sweet onions, which are a yellow onion. And this is what the seeds look like, a better view. Nothing fancy, just black. Who's what's it's. Sprinkle some into my hand. And this is all I do. Do, 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 do. I go back and forth and back and forth. And I got more for later in case we get a frost, because I am kind of jumping the gun. It is a little early for planting. That's why I'm only doing my cool season crops. And radishes. The next one I'm doing is my radishes. I have long Charlottes and I have a mix of radishes. I'm going to do the same exact thing. Although these guys are taped together. Use a rock to hold it down. These are the long scarlet radishes. Okay. I'm going to sprinkle them halfway, and then I'm going to put the mix on the other side.
No, I'm good.
This is a mix of radishes, and it has a whole bunch of different varieties.
Ram.
What you did was you covered the lens cap. Now from my halfway point to the end of the garden. And then I'm just gonna lightly cover it up and move on to the carrots.
Gobble, gobble. So, for you newcomers, Mommy, what are we doing, basically?
Oh, I already told them we're planting the garden.
And how did we make the compost?
Oh, I'm gonna put a link to the video below as to how we made the compost, but we're gonna make more.
Later on, right?
Yeah, once we're done with this video, we're gonna start recording me making the second batch of compost.
I mean,
Well, first batch for this year.
yeah, but like the 45th.
Now, we have purple dragon carrots and we
Purple.
have rainbow carrots, and we're gonna do half and half again like we did with the radishes.
But I want more of the purple radish. Poppy disappeared. Did Daddy disappear?
Now these, Ember, if you wanna zoom in, these are what the carrot seeds look like. Anna, don't
Give me a
step on
sec.
the seeds. Okay.
Wait, no, wait. There we are.
Now these are the purple dragon carrots.
So we're going to do halfway across.
Halfway across, that's right. And I'm overloading them with seeds. Everybody says, oh, you gotta space out your seeds. Well, you know, when they come up, I'll take care of it then.
Yeah.
Now make sure you got a good view of this, Ember.
I don't know.
Hold the purple.
Mommy, I have a question. Which is your favorite type of leafy green?
I'm gonna do 2 rows of leafy greens. I don't have a favorite leafy green.
Well, what's the one that you prefer to eat?
I like them all.
Out of broccoli, lettuce, or cabbage? Corned beef and cabbage, I should say. Yum, yum, yum.
I prefer not to have brassicas, except for certain kinds. Now this is just a mix of what's called microgreens, so there's lettuces and cabbage and a whole bunch of other stuff that's gonna come up. Now I'm not expecting heads because I am not going to be really spreading them out. So I'm just gonna be picking the leaves as they come.
But Mommy, you call all your vegetables green. There's one vegetable that isn't green. Well, few vegetables that isn't green, I should say. So why are you calling them green?
I'm gonna save a little bit for autumn. I said my leafy greens, not my greens. This whole garden is my greens. And the next time we're here, we're gonna plant the tomatoes.
Mommy, when the cabbage grows, can we have corn bean cabbage?
Yes, but we also have everything here we need to make
A solid.
borscht.
Except water and the meat. We don't grow the meat, Mom.
Now I have a rainbow mix of cabbage, so I'm gonna have all different colored cabbages coming up. Or beets, I should say.
Favorite type of seed.
Now these seeds are funny looking, so if Ember could get the camera over here so I can show you what these seeds look like. They look like little,
Flowers.
yeah, dried up flowers. Okay, so we got our turnips in. And now we're gonna work on our cabbage. We have a red cabbage and we have a giant cabbage. Now, first we're going to put the red cabbage in. Same way that I've been doing it. Okay. And now we're going to put in, and hope that I didn't cut myself, the giant cabbage. Now the soil's already wet, and we're expecting snow on Monday, so I'm not going to fuss it. It's not going to be below freezing, it's just going to snow. But again, these are cool weather crops.
Cool weather crops means they're nice weather, right?
Means they can handle the frost. Now we also have sunflowers galore to plant.
Can I eat these now? Thank you.
Hold
Sunflower,
on, I'm picking
sunflower.
up the seeds.
What kind of sunflower seeds do we have?
We have a few different kinds. We got these awesome Mammoth Grays that
Right.
Poppy got us. They're big, giant sunflowers.
That little here.
And then we've got some red ones and some mystery ones. And we also have staff flowers as well.
So we're gonna grow one mystery one, right, Mommy?
We've got the Velvet Queen and we've got the Gift Sunflowers.
Mommy, which one is my favorite?
I don't know. Mine are the Velvet Queen. And then all of these are staff flowers, which are kind of like thistles. So we're going to plant them up on the hill over there.
No, we're not, because that's my hill.
So Ember's going to start moving the soil aside to put the sunflowers in.
Mommy,
Child.
I need a question first. What
What?
is that?
What that noise is? A mole trap.
No, Mommy, what is this?
It's a weed.
Pop. Goes the weasel.
Get out of the garden on.
Loosen up being in the soil is one of the most important parts
Mommy's
of
got
planting.
flowers growing.
You need to have soil nice and soft
Go find Papa.
so
Go
that
get Papa. Did you open the
can
milk?
bury. Never gave it to me. So that
Where's
you
your
can
milk?
bury your stuff. And if there's too many rocks, it won't bury. And if you're wondering who Poppy is, and you're new here, he's my grandpa.
I get a 60-yard room like this.
Okay.
Daddy, we're planting sunflower seeds.
Awesome, except they're cooked. They're not raw.
Sunflower
No.
seeds.
I have sunflower seeds.
Mammoths are my favorite sunflower seeds, Mommy. They're some of the biggest sunflower seeds.
Right in here. Thank you.
Here is our first row.
Ember, would it be easier with the smaller shovel?
No, of sunflower seeds. This will be the mammoths, right here. Mammoths. And then over here will be Mommy's favorite. Where all these rocks are because it's better for them. The velvet.
Pretty.
For now, Mommy, I'm just loosening up the soil.
Yeah, but I think that's good enough. I'm going to start handing you
My mammoths.
your Mammoth Grays.
Mammoth Grays are a little smaller than the ones that I was eating. But yeah. Mammoths go over here, like I said.
Now just cover them up slightly with the dirt.
Find out me! Sunflower seeds are some of the most important seeds to animals, right, Mommy?
Yes, a lot of animals like to eat the sunflower seeds.
Or need to. Like birds. It helps them with their population. Perfect, because I did them. Here.
Okay, cover them up.
I'm mixing some up. Mommy is going to be like, what now?
Yeah, and there's Anna running.
Trying to be a cutie potato.
She never walks, she always runs.
Almost.
So, I think that wraps it up for our seed planting video. Round one.